Hello and good evening, everyone. Deanna Sylvester, CEO of Beyond the 750 Club. Tonight, we are going to talk about the prop firm, how to actually maximize using prop firms, and combining that with the 750 Edge Razor using other people's capital. So, my question for you tonight, if you can see in the chat, I really can't see in the chat, so you're going to have to answer in the chat and see what's going on. But my question is, if you had $1 million today, somebody gave you $1 million today, what would you do with it? Would you have a plan of action tonight for that $1 million?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so if you had that $1 million, what would you do tonight?
I would revamp my trucking business.
You would put it into the trucking business?
I would put it into the trucking business and I would get a house.
Okay, so you got $1 million tonight. How much is it to put into the trucking business?
I know when I started, you talking about to pay off like the trucks or
I'm saying you have
starting
$1 million right now, and you have another person's $1 million. You have that tonight. What do you do with it? And how much are you going to put towards the trucking? How much goes towards your house? What are you going to do tonight?
I would get the MC started, get the insurance started, and then from there go look for some trucks.
Okay, so here's a yes or no question. Do you have a certain dollar amount tonight that it would cost for you to invest in the trucking business and get the house?
No, I don't. I didn't price
Okay.
everything. I only started with one
All right.
truck.
Okay, right. You start from the bottom and you never had $1 million at one time.
No,
Okay, right. I'm glad that you are here because the fact of the matter is a lot of us have not had $1 million placed upon us as a responsibility at one time. And then if you do have $1 million, like what do you do with this $1 million? And oftentimes we get paralyzed with the fact that, wow, um, I got $1 million now. What do I do with it? So would it be okay if I share with you tonight a plan of action if you did have $1 million dropped in your lap and how you can use a plan and use a tool to make it continue to grow for you?
yes.
Okay, great. So that's what we're going to look at tonight. All right. What happened tonight? 1 second. Lost it for a second. All right. So now you have $1 million. Let's go back to that $1 million that I just put into your lap a couple of minutes ago. All right, Taisha. So you got this $1 million now. What's you have you don't have a family yet, are you? Not married at this point, are you?
No.
Okay, so imagine, this, you see this family here, they got she got this $1 million. She's like, okay, I'm looking at the stock market. What do I do with this $1 million? Because now we got other people's capital, and this is truly a life-changing situation for you. Would you agree that right now that you got this $1 million, Ty, and we're gonna look at a game plan on what we can do with this money? It's pretty interesting, right? We ain't even got to the second slide. You rocking with me?
I'm driving.
All right, so cool. All right, so now what happens when we get $1 million? We can actually go into what we know as the foreign exchange market. We can take this market and we can trade. So starting with $1 million, uh, that helps us without risking our own money. We got somebody else's money, and then if we use these people's money right, then we can earn like every 2 weeks. We can make an actual living off of this if we're using other people's money right, especially talking about $1 million. So if I'm trading a person's $1 million and I'm doing it correctly, systematically, then working a job or worrying about the trucking business per se, the costs, as opposed to the systems in the trucking business now, because now you have the revenue because you got $1 million. So you have $1
Right.
million. What do we do with this $1 million now to ensure that we can continue to make money to pour into the trucking company? All right, so we're going to use other people's money and focus on it, how we do that. Okay. Now here's my question, Taisha. How much does $1 million cost?
$3,000. You talking about from Paradise Capital?
I mean, from anywhere, how much does $1 million cost?
I was talking about Paradise Capital.
Okay, well, if you know that answer, how much is that?
3,000 to buy a account.
You say 3,000?
It is 25 or something like that. I have to go back one day and look at it.
Not a problem at all. But the average person who doesn't know about those inner circle or inner moves that you know, the average person, when you ask them how much does $1 million cost, the average answer is $1 million. What do you mean? How much does it cost? You know, unless you can get it on credit. Okay, if you can get it on credit, then it's based on your credit. Then you have to pay $1 million plus that. So how about we're talking about getting access to $1 million tonight with no credit check? How much would that cost us to do that? And then what do we do with $1 million once we have it? So what if I provided the answer to what do you do with the $1 million once you have it, and then helped you with a system to help you generate that every cycle? Would that be okay with me sharing that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So how do we scale $1 million that somebody just placed in our lap today to $60,000 per cycle? Now, what's the cycle? When you actually use other people's money, as you make it grow, they give you a certain amount of time to grow to a certain amount. And then you get to split those earnings that you actually generate in the market. So how much does it cost to get $1 million? As you said $3,000. Well, yeah, once you get in tune with our community, you are able to get the $1 million for $2,950. So $2,950 gets you $1 million of other people's money. Now, the max that you can cap that account is 6%, meaning that you can grow $1 million account to $1,060,000. Now, how do you do that? If you're trading every day, like Monday through Friday, if you're using the tool Monday through Friday, then you need to earn $6,000 a day. $6,000 a day will give you $60,000 at the end of 2 weeks. Or if you're trading like other sophisticated traders and they trade Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday only, they trade 3 days a week, then you'll need $10,000 on those days, 10,000 Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That will give you your $60,000 at the end of 2 weeks. Now, at the end of a cycle, the first cycle that you go through, you earn 50% earning. So as you grow the account to 60,000, your payout is 30,000. The next 14 days, after the first 20-day initial payout period that you go through, then it's every 14 days cycle from there. So the second payout is 70%, paying you 42,000. The next 14 days is 80%, paying you 48,000. And every 14 days after that, with $1 million account at a $60,000 per cycle, that's going to pay you that's $57,000 every 2 weeks, as long as you continue to stay in compliance with your $1 million account of these other people's money. As long as you can continue to do that systematically, that's over $100,000 a month. Now, if $1 million costs $3,000, some people don't have $3,000. Some people don't have $2,950 laying around. Some people don't to have $1 million. So the next question that I will pose, well, if you can't get $1 million, how much is it for 50,000? How much would you say it is, Taisha, to buy $50,000 of other people's money?
50 with a discount.
$250. You are now in position to buy $50,000 of other people's money for $250. Now, you want to do what with this 50,000? You want to grow this 50,000 by 6%. That's 53,000. To get that systematically, if you're trading every day, Monday through Friday, then you need $300 a day. $300 a day at 10 days, that's $3,000. If you are trading like the other traders that only trade 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, then you need $500 a day. That will give you your $3,000 for the weeks. And then it's the same cycle, $1,500 the first payout, $2,100 the second 14 days, $2,400 respectively. And then every 14 days after that, that's $2,850 every 2 weeks. And you continue to do that as long as you stay compliant with other people's money. Now, it seems like that could be really, really easy. But how are people really doing this with Paradise Capital? The answer is yes, because they're always showing their commission payouts like every other day. People hitting their goals. But how do you do that? Like, and then you have to decide which path is right for you. Do you want $1 million account or do you want a 50,000? But you can't get anywhere in between, I think, a $5,000 account up to $1 million. But for the sake of the path of a person trying to make an income to take care of their household expenses, $50,000 account costing $250, $1 million costing $2,950. And you see the caps on them. You can see how much you need to make per day and how much you actually earn after the fourth, 15th or fourth cycle, after the fourth or fifth cycle, how much you're making per month. At 50,000 is $2,850, or if you have $1 million account, that's $57,000 every 2 weeks. So the choice is absolutely yours, what you want to do. So at this point, the pair that I want to share with the 750 Edge, we're going to look at it currently right now, and then look back at the past and see if we would have been able to be with this scanner. So let's look at, and the pair that I was looking at was GBPJPY, or some know as GJ. Okay, so if we look at what I wanted to see, we want to see price and sales. So let me cut this off first. I'll cut these off. And we want to see what a chart looks like with the naked eye. If you're looking at GJ with the naked eye, and we wanted to say, okay, where do I get in? Where can I get in for the buy? Where can I get in for the sale? Can I get 15 pips at least out of each trade? You can't really eyeball that and see that without any type of charts, any type of indicators. So what I'm going to do is cut on the 750 Edge Razor, and it's going to show us where we can get 15 pips per buy or per sale. So I'm going to make this a little bit larger because we are actually currently live in a trade right now that said buy as soon as the market opened. So let's check that out. And see what that looks like. Did that give us 15 pips here? All right. And it said buy right at the cross. We are live, of course, ladies and gentlemen, where it told us to get in for the buy. And we want to see if it gave us 15 pips. And there's 15, there's 16. The top of the red candle is 17 pips. So it got us 15 pips before it got out of the market. So that one today, that's the first signal of today from GJ, and it took 15 pips. And I can't say, hey, can you, when the market opens, can you open up right away? When Dion is doing the Beyond the 750 Clubhouse, can you immediately come out with a buy and get the 15 pips? Can you do that? I can't send TradingView a commercial and do this. I can't write a commercial for the scanner. This just happened live, ladies, right, and gentlemen, in front of your face. There's the 15 pips, and then it came back down. But let's go back, and I want to see if we can at least get 10 of these signals, blue or red, that say that didn't give us 15 pips. That did not. Let's see, can we find that? We're not going to even count this one because this was today. We want to count last week and see if we can get 10 15 pip wins. All right, so here's a sale from last week. All right, so when the candle crossed, it crossed at the top of the blue. And immediately, I probably don't even have to measure that. But if I go down, you can see that that's 40 pips by itself. So, of course, that was more than 15 pips. So we got 15 pips here. We got more than 15 pips here. This one, it said sell. It came up. It didn't hit our stop loss because that's nowhere near 35 pip stop loss. And then, so that means we're in two sales. We're in this sale when it came up here, and we stayed in this sale. So both of these came down and we took profit. So 1, 2, 3. This one, immediately you see it wick down, and we got our more than 15 pips again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's keep going. That's TP5. Let's see. That's TP. That's 6. Okay, this is GP. I'm trying to find where we didn't take our 15 pips. That's all that you can definitely see that got us our 15. And I'm not looking at any pre-buys or pre-sales. I'm just looking at the red or blue alerts. So that gave us 15, and that gave us 15. So I guess I really don't have to continue to go back, but this is GJ. So I want us to look at GJ for this week, and we're going to continue riding with the momentum of the 750 Edge Razor. We're currently, here's the market live. Right here, it was a buy. Told us to get in for the buy. We got our 15 pips. And the market turned back around. So now we're waiting for the next alert to come on through for the 750 Edge Razor. God, that was crazy because we start every Sunday at 6 p.m. This is the first candle of Sunday. This was, I said, I cannot make this up. I can't say, hey, TradingView and GJ, can you make the Forex market immediately do a buy candle or a sell candle out of the gate because I'm recording? You can't ask for that. You can't make this up. This is, and then it retraced, and then it just went back up again. This is absolutely crazy. But I'm gonna go back to the presentation. I just wanted to show you guys that. And you were absolutely correct, Ty. You were going to get $1 million account. The regular price is almost $5,900. But if you do partner with us and we choose the coupon code, then it's cut in half, 50% of that. So we're definitely happy to partner and do that with them. So let me go back to where we are. All right, so the scanner, we're going to do what? Like tell you not to pull your credit cards out because we want the scanner to give you an edge. We want you to experience this GJ ride with us so you can come back next week. You know, like a lot of us have been using the 750, the edge, because we've been, using it with gold, and people tell us, to make sure y'all don't trade gold. It's too volatile. And, we've been taking our hits and our bumps and bruises, but we're going to slow down and back up a little. And as we see, GJ has had a great run with the 750 Edge, so we want to continue that run. Starting from now, we might ride GJ through the entire year, from January all the way through to December, and ride it with the scanners and see exactly, what's great. The difference with the Edge and the Razor, it's a different algorithm, and they will give you different signals. So if a person is giving you one scanner, and they're telling you, hey, you can use this for both high volatility and a regular standard picker, you might want to look at it, hey, why would they make them different? So if they're making them different, there's a difference in how they read in the market, and you want to be aware of that. So we want to allow you 30 days to use the edge for yourself. And if you have a $50,000 account, just look at it this way. You take 2 trades a day. and your profit is 15 pips. You want to get in one, take 15 pip take profit at a $1.50 lot size. $1.50 lot size at 15 pips, that's $225. You do that twice, that's $450 you threw for the day. Or if you just take that one trade and get 30 pips, then you're through for the day. And the same for $1 million account. You have $1 million account, do your 2 trades, because then you want 15 pips, and your lot size, you have a $300 lot size. So you have a $300 lot size getting 15 pips, that's $4,500 at 15 pips. You do that twice, that's your $9,000 you do for the day. So you can do that same system, save yourself time, energy, and money with the same calculation between 50,000 to $1 million. It works either way. But you want to be able to have that tool, that scanner, that's going to be with you through this entire system. So for those of us that were, using it in the high volatility with the edge, we can step back and look at and I know some of us have used both, and they're like, oh, okay, let me go and see what's going on. But why would the average person use the 750 edge razor scanner? Why would a person who doesn't know anything about trading, or even an experienced person who does know about trading but never used this scanner before, or never came through Paradise Capital and used this prop firm, why would they want to use this scanner? Well, when you do get a prop firm, they want to make sure that you're not just going to blow their money. You're not just going to come in here and just blow accounts and make bad trades. So they have a challenge that you have to pass. And a lot of third-party companies actually charge people to pay, to pass their challenge for them. And some people are charging $4, $5, $6, $800,000 to pass people's challenge in 48 to 72 hours, or whatever the time frame may be. So the person has bought the initial challenge, and then they're paying a third party to pass the challenge for them. And then now they get this challenge in front of them. What do they do with it? How do you make this $1 million grow so that you can grow your trucking company? And you need a system that's going to help you do that. So while you're using the scanner yourself, while you're passing it yourself, then you're getting these alerts. You're actually looking at the chart yourself. You're understanding risk management. Hey, I can only risk 1% of this $1 million. I don't want to lose any more than $10,000 on one trade. I can't afford to do that. So you want to understand that and not let somebody give you a challenge back. So you gain the expertise of trading. And then because you're doing this for the long haul, it's going to take some time to invest in your trucking company, and you need this money every 2 weeks to do it. You need to build the confidence and knowing that the signals will work. When do you need to get in, and let this work for yourself? So just a visual example, a $50,000 account, you're not going to risk any more than 1% per trade, which is only $500 out of a $50,000 account. You have a lot size of 1.5 with a 30 pip stop loss. So a 30 pip stop loss is $450. You're not risking any more than that 500. So at 1.5, 30 pip stop loss, that's $450 loss if we lose that trade. We're looking for 15 to 30 pips, $225 to $450. We do 2 of those in a day. At 15 pips, we're through, and we're out of the system, and we're using the scanner to do that. As we just saw, the past 10 and 15 trades in GJ, all of them took profit. So we're knowing that this is going to grow our account. And what does that mean for you as of today going on? Because most seminars and webinars that I've been getting on recently, everybody, they go and they share what it is that they do. They share the products and they share the services, what they're offering. And then at the end, they say it costs this amount of money. And then you can break the payments up in 2 payments or 4 payments. Just pull out your credit card and it's going to cost you this. That's not what I'm asking you to do tonight. I'm saying, look, we need a way to make income come into our houses. We need a way to make money come in. Do you have something when I sit down for your webinar for 20 to 30 minutes? Do you have something where I don't have to pull out my credit card that it's going to help me make money tonight? Because you mentioned $1 million. You did mention $1 million earlier. And then how you going to drop $1 million into my business or my hands, and what would I do with it tonight? Yes, you can get that $1 million. It will cost you an investment to do that. But if you don't have the $2,000 to get $1 million account, it's totally understandable. What I do want you to do is take advantage of the free scanners tonight. Like, you get it for an entire month and use it. Like, I don't care if you buy a $5,000 capital prop firm tonight. It doesn't matter if you buy a $5,000 account. Put yourself in a position where you can turn the scanner on GJ tonight or tomorrow and get into the trade and start to make money back off the account that you bought. So if you spent $75 to get a $5,000 account, I don't know how much a $5,000 account is, I don't know. But if that's what your investment is to do so, then you get into whatever position that you can. Because $1 million account, you're definitely going to cover all your bills. Once you invest a couple of $1,000s to get access to $1 million, you're using the scanner to get 15 pips from GJ every trade. Every trade you get, you're looking to get 15 pips, get in, get out, get in 15 pips. And you saw the track record of it. I just showed it. I didn't make up any of those buttons. That is what the scanner has caught. I'm not a genius. I just created it and asked what I asked for, and my team came up what we came up with, and it's helping. So we're going to run with GJ. We want everybody this week to run with GJ. But if you got a $50,000 account, that the money that you make every 2 weeks is going to at least almost get 40% of your expenses, and that's if your expenses is $8,500 a month. That's if you got a mortgage of $3,000 and 2 car notes of $1,000 each with the insurance, and you got $3,000 for bills and utilities and living in car. If you got an $8,500 a month living expense, still having a $50,000 account is going to get you $3,000 extra a month. So what I want you to do, scan the white QR code that gives you the scanner free for 30 days. Get it, and then you want to scan the gold one so that you can get you a prop firm account. Get you a prop firm account from either 5,000 up to $1 million, and make sure you plug into the community, because, as I said, when you give a person $1 million tonight and ask them what's their game plan, a lot of them don't have it. A lot of them say they know what they're going to do with it. But when it comes down to a specific dollar amount, most of us don't. So we're going to take $1 million account and we're going to show how we can grow it to $60,000 every 2 weeks. And after every 2 weeks, we're going to split in the profit of it. And then we're going to reset it back to $1 million. But in the meanwhile, people aren't talking like this. There's not a huge community of people that know this system and that's talking this way. So what the QR code that you're seeing now is keeping us in the academy. And like I said, there's 3 levels of the academy. Some people have come and just bought the scanners themselves. And yes, there is a monthly for the scanner, there's a yearly for the scanner, and there's a lifetime for the scanners themselves. But then there's the actual academy, and there's 3 different levels of the academy. And the first level comes with 1 scanner, the second level comes with both scanners, and then other things as well. And then there is another level of membership. But that's what this QR code is, because we meet oftentimes, like if you just have the scanner, then you have, when we meet Sunday to do Sunday service, and you just own the scanner. There is no like team camaraderie and us getting together unless you're a part of the academy. So definitely want to do that. And some people don't understand that 1% risk management. Emotions get involved, and sometimes you need a community around you to stay focused on, no, we're not revenge trading. We don't do that. We'll come back again tomorrow. And then what do you start to do when you have this $1 million days where you're at $60,000 and it's time to cash out? and you get $30,000 put into your account. What do we do with it now? We want to understand as a community how we diversify, and look forward to taking care of our family. And I just want to end by saying it's a community. It really is. I would love for it to continue to grow every Sunday. And the only way that it can happen is through you. By sharing this opportunity with other people to come and see what this scanner can do for them. We can ride as a community on one pair, pick a pair and see what it does for the week. And then everybody at the end of the week say, that was hot, let's keep going, then we'll stay with it. If it cools off and we see something else, we'll do that. But as a community, we grow. And as you share the community with other people and they begin to use the scanner for free and they begin to see benefits from it, you do get compensated because it's kind of like that new fan base that's out, the Black-owned new app that's out now, and people are understanding. Hey, this TikTok we saw it, TikTok boom. So to be in a position at the beginning to share something that people haven't seen yet, I think this is ground floor. So that's what the gold QR code for is, to be an affiliate, because it's really not about the signals that we're getting. It's not about trading really at all, because we all have a gift, something that was placed in us to leave the world. And because a lot of us are tied behind a job or a business, that's really not that gift that God gave you. It could be to write music. I don't know. But if your talent was to write music for people and you haven't wrote songs in 3 or 4 years or 5 years, and that's what you're supposed to do, but you're tied up on the job or you're tied up in the business, then using a system like this will show them, like, I have $1 million and I'm showing it's giving me a system how to leverage $60,000 every 2 weeks or $30,000 a week using this system. I got to share with other people. And as I do that, now the money that's coming in is truly allowing me to walk that into gift that the Father created me to walk in. Because we want to get money as an issue out of the way. And some people want to travel the world. Some people want to donate. Whatever that you were born to create, we want to see that come to our reality. We don't know what that is. It's in your brain, and it's in your creation. But the only way that we can see it is if you're free enough to do it. So I just want to end on that note. If there's any questions at this point, you can definitely mute yourself and ask any questions.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use this to basically step out of the 9 to 5 or the business.
Let's take a look at, I'm going to look at last week. Like I said, I'm not going to count that purple line because that's today, that's Sunday. So we want to just count everywhere where we got a notification to buy or sell for the week, last week. And let's say you have what do you want? Do you have $1 million account, or do you see yourself with $1 million account?
I can get there because I have two $50,000 accounts, but I was gonna use those two first and learn how to do that before I get to that account.
Okay. So what I want to actually point out is, as I say, the pre-buys, we don't even talk about pre-buys and pre-sales on Sunday. We don't get into that. We get into that into the academy. So that's a difference in what a person would say a person who just bought 2 scanners for $75 a month, or a person who bought the membership for $75 and got the 2 scanners. Okay, we have a community where we get together and ask questions, and you get those questions answered because we are inside the community. That's what you get for the 75 and the 2 scanners. Or a person can just get the 2 scanners and they don't have no access. I just trade. Hey man, I don't need y'all. I just like your scanners. and that's why I got them. So that's the difference. And like we don't even they don't know how to use the pre-buys and pre-sale. That's just on them. We talk about that in the community. All right, so let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 6, 7. 8. What day is what day
Do I
is
need to change my candles to the same color as yours?
Yeah, you can change however you want to. Yeah. 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 Let's see. You sure can. That's 9. What change that? There's a 5. And it's still Tuesday. So on Tuesday of this week, it was a buy, and then all the rest of the week was a sale. So it was 1 buy and 9 sales all last week. And all of them took 15 to 30 pips. Every one of them, but let's just say it took you took profit at 15 pips times 10. So if you have a let's see, uh you got a $15 $50,000 account. So that's a $15 per pip times 15. So that's 200 and this is it. Okay, so we took 10 trades and all of them took profit. So 10 times 15 pips, 150 pips. That's $15 a pip. That's $2,250 at your $50,000 account at 1.5 lot size. Now that's in 1 week. A $50,000 account. You can only max out at 53. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a hold on, let me stop recording because that's bonus stuff. Well, I ain't gonna start recording. I ain't gonna start recording. Hold on. Where was I at? Keep sharing. I have my screen up. Okay. So you took 10 trades last week, right? And each one of them took 15 pips at $1.50 lot size on a $50,000 account. That's 22.50. So this week coming up, you only need 700 more to max out because you don't get paid no more than off of $3,000. That's using GJ from last week. Had you got it, it's my job to watch all these pairs and see what's really rocking and rolling for us and what's gonna get us a bag. And seeing the track record with GJ with the Razor, uh, I think we cooking. So
So don't use the pre-sale, just use the buy and the sell
yes,
alerts,
yes, they're confirmed.
the confirm ones. Okay. So is that the same thing for gold?
Is it the same Yeah, I would say yeah, still with gold, because gold is, super volatile. As you can see, there's not a lot of consolidation in here. Like there's very little where you seeing two of them next to each other. But in gold, it happens all the time. We see a lot of consolidation in gold back to back. But in a pair like this, a slower pair, it's not as much consolidation. It's allowing it to breathe and get those 15 pips every time you see a solid sell. Solid sales giving you your 15 at minimum. And with gold going for 30. So we come here and we come here and look at the chart and say, okay, I just give me the 15 out of it. I'll eat off the 15. That's much more better. That's much better. Takes
So,
out less risk. And at $1 million account, if that's 330 pip or 300 pips, 300 per pip. So if you have, again, let me do the math. You got 15 pips and it was times 10, because you took 10 trades, so you got 150 pips times your $300 a pip. That's 45,000. So you only $15,000 away from your $60,000 cap. And that was in 1 week on $1 million account using GJ.
so I got a question. If you don't mind me keep asking all these questions.
And keep in mind, that's at 15 pips, not 30 pips. That's 15 pips. That makes sense?
Makes sense. So I need to switch the pair that I was using then.
Yeah, I'm recommending for the week beyond the 750 club team. We're trading GJ with 750 Edge Razor this week.
And then and and still the gold on the other one. Hold on.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you still want to trade, yes, if you still trade and go with the Edge, by all means.
okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I gotta change my rates and see how this works out this week.
Yeah, cut your I love testing. I love testing to see what's the best. So this week I said, okay, I'm gonna leave the high volatility alone for a minute, and I'm gonna go to conservative and go 15. So I cut my gold alerts off, and then I cut on I got two alerts cut on, the buy and the sell for GJ at 15 on a 15-minute chart.
All right, so hold off on the gold and then trade on this one for both accounts.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
focusing on that one pair because going back bouncing between two pairs. I mean, if you experienced enough, you feel to do that to be able to watch both charts, but if you have two accounts, you can do one account on the high volatility and then use one on the 750, use one on the 750 edge for a week, test it out for a week. I mean, it's definitely up to you if you want to have fun doing that.
Nah, I'm gonna stick to which we trading.
Yeah, I'm sticking with GJ on mine, on using on my accounts.
Okay.
And like another thing I've learned, okay, let me stop recording. I mean, not stop recording, but